Welcome to The Clopen Effect, a retail podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us today. I'm your host, Meredith.
And I'm your host, Cass.
Let's have some fun. So that was a nice long weekend.
Yeah. Monday was awful.
Awful.
And we're recording Tuesday, and I would like to say you're listening Friday or even possibly the following Monday. Mm-hmm. You should definitely not have any Thanksgiving leftovers in your fridge by now.
Yes. Yeah, thanks for that. Yes.
I threw mine out last night. Today was garbage day. I was like, yes, it's finally been 5 days. I can throw all this shit out because I'm tired of eating it.
If you're still warming up turkey soup, knock it off. Throw it out. It's been warmed up 5 times already.
At least.
No more turkey sandwiches.
Oh, God.
What's the main protein for Christmas? Is it ham usually for people?
A lot of people do like those roasts. Those like
prime
pork,
rib or pork. Okay.
Leg of lamb.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. And that's where the green jelly sauce or whatever comes in, right? Or what is that called?
The mint jelly.
Mint jelly.
Yes.
Thank you.
With leg of lamb. Yes.
My brother-in-law always would talk about that. He'd make lamb, I think, with the mint jelly. Okay.
I like doing. A lot of people do turkey on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I want to say I
also.
think my mom does turkey or maybe a ham. Maybe.
Ham.
Yeah.
Prime rib, like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So really, basically, it's something.
Yeah.
Some kind of thick protein, heavy protein.
Yeah. And then New Year's is usually seafood.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's usually lobster, steak and lobster, right?
My aunt would always do like crab legs and lobster tails and oysters and all that stuff.
And that's kind of the same for Valentine's, I feel like.
Valentine's,
falls, like,
you
under
go
the New
like
Year's.
to a fancy dinner, so that'd be like steak
and lobster, yeah. Very good. Very fun. Funny that we're talking about food because I have a couple things I want to talk about.
Yeah.
The first one I want to talk about is the most popular food fads the years that we were born.
Oh.
Yes. And some of them are pretty fun. But then we're going to finish it off with the most popular diets from the year that we were born. So I think we may see a trend here where like the fad brought in some stuff and then the following year we had some diets. I mean, they don't hit every year, obviously, but I thought that would be fun to talk about. Speaking, especially because the holidays really are just all about food.
Are you going to tell everybody what year you were born?
It's in there actually. Yeah, I was thinking about
that. You're just gonna skip over that.
year? I was laughing because the year that I was born is probably the funniest diet fad ever. Yeah,
cool.
It is
excited.
the funniest. I was telling Julia about it. We were reading through and doing some research today, and I said, it all just makes sense that this is what it is. So yeah. So we're going to just start from where our listeners, most of them were not born starting. So we're going to go way back to 1974.
Okay.
Because a lot of our listeners, I think, is from 25 to 45.
Okay.
So yeah, we're close, but we're a little further.
Yeah.
So 1974, the most popular food fad was carrot cake.
I love carrot cake.
Yeah. And this is from mashed.com. So yeah, and it's a beautiful picture of a carrot cake with the layers, 3 layers with the icing in the middle, and then there's a cute little carrot on top. So I don't know that I've met anyone that doesn't like carrot cake, but I'm sure there's a few out there.
I'm sure there's people out there that don't
or maybe
like
it's
it,
not
but
their preference. They would prefer cheesecake or just a regular, chocolate or vanilla cake, or even there's ice cream
chocolate cake
there.
with vanilla icing is my favorite.
You know what? I'm drinking wine tonight. I feel like I'm all fancy. Usually I just
because your house is beautifully decorated.
Thank you. Okay, I got a funny story for you. So see the tree that's in front of us?
Yeah.
So we record in the basement. We have a little studio down here, and we have a basement tree. It's on a pedestal. It's a silver pedestal, and the tree is probably 15 years old.
Yeah.
So some of the lights work, some of them don't. So I have to put on like 5 strands of lights to make it bright. So see the top? The top has like some green coming out. So we had very bad luck this year. Every single star that we put on, because we were talking about how many trees I had right last week. Every single star did not work. It's because our attic gets so hot, and that's where we store everything, and I think it just ruins the stars. So I was like, you know what? I am not buying any more stars. I feel like I buy at least 1 or 2 tree toppers every year, and they just don't last till the next year.
Use what you got.
So Hobby Lobby, Joann Fabrics, all that, they have like the foliage on a stick, I call it, just like leaves and, all different kinds of things that you can use for your house. So as you can see up there, there is like red balls, sticks, and then some green sparkly, like that's coming out from the top.
I like it.
Maybe I'll share a picture on our story so everyone can understand what I'm talking about. But I didn't know I was going to put that there. Yesterday it was sitting upstairs. Julia looks at me, she goes, "And what are we doing with these cranberries on a stick?"
Sparkly cranberries.
Yeah, sparkly cranberries. I was like, you're right. We need to do something with that. And I have plenty of vases filled with stuff.
Yeah.
And we had some company last night and they walked in. They were like, I feel like I'm walking through a movie.
It's like a Hallmark store in
That's
your
what
house.
they said.
You got the village set up.
It's so extreme. So
Yeah.
extreme. But
I love it.
I love it. It's
it.
a lot of work. It takes us about a week. But you know what? I just love it.
You know what? I love putting it up. I hate taking it down.
Same.
Yeah.
I usually have a lot of help taking it down, which is nice.
Do you?
Yes.
Yeah.
The only problem is you can tell it's quickly taken down.
Yeah.
So then the next year you're trying to put it back up and you're like, ooh,
like
this is a little wrapped up. And what was this from? And
tangled up.
instead of like one box being for one room, you might
Yeah.
have like 3 boxes. You're like, wait, where was this last year? Where was this?
Yeah.
So yeah, I
Before
really
Grandma
enjoy putting
left,
it up.
because Grandma was up for Thanksgiving, right? So she
Yes.
left. She went home on Sunday.
Okay.
And I notice I'm sitting watching a movie, whatever, and I hear something being drug upstairs. So I kind of walk over and look up. I go, what are you doing? She goes, well, this is all the Christmas decorations from my closet. Okay. I will have those set up before you come next time. Wait, speaking of Christmas,
Yeah.
we talked about our favorite and our worst, our best and our worst.
Yes.
And
Gifts?
remember I said the best gift I could get was a puppy.
Yes.
And I talked about my stepbrother bringing a puppy down for Thanksgiving.
Yes.
We go pick him up in 2 weeks. Johnny, let me get a puppy. And I'm having
little Wally.
super anxiety about it.
Yeah. So we were talking about this in our group.
Oh my God.
So you haven't had a puppy.
The last time I had a puppy was when my dog had a litter of puppies. She had 13 puppies. And that was when I was in 4th grade.
Wow.
So
okay.
I don't remember any of that.
No.
I
So
wasn't
it's
responsible for it.
truly training from the beginning.
Oh my God, dude, I'm
Yeah.
so nervous.
So Jakey Poo and Deezy, they were like 2?
They were 2 when I got them.
and
Yeah,
already
1.5, 2
house-trained
years
and-
old. Yeah,
So you're going to have to go through everything.
everything.
Right?
Yeah, I'm so
Male or
nervous.
female?
It's a male.
It's a
Yeah,
male.
yeah.
Okay.
I think we're gonna name him Wally Walter.
So cute.
I know. Erica came over because as soon as she saw Snapchat of the puppy, she was like calling me instantly. What are you doing? Me and Brinley are coming over. I'm bringing my puppy. Would you see this?
Yeah, you got a little scratch on your hand.
That was from her puppy.
Oh, no.
She's got a 14-week German Shepherd.
Oh.
We went there for Thanksgiving on Saturday, and I was playing tug of war. But then I looked away from the dog while I was playing tug of war to talk to Todd, and she totally let go of the toy, went to grab it again, and bit my hand.
Oh, no. And puppy teeth are sharp.
So sharp.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is what I have to look forward to.
And plus, your hands are a little dry, so I'm sure it just
Oh,
ripped
God,
right
yeah.
through your skin.
Yes.
We're all real dry here in the
Real
Midwest.
dry. I'm so tired of being staticky and dry already, and it being dark at 5 o'clock. It's terrible.
A couple of weeks ago, Julie and I were talking about how dry our legs were. It was like, you could hear yourself
Yes.
crack your skin. And so I went upstairs and started looking at like our humidifier and all that, and it was too high. I had it on summer. So I let it go down so we can keep some of the moisture in the air, and
Yeah.
it has definitely helped.
Yeah.
So check all your stuff, people.
Yeah.
In the
I
Midwest.
definitely, because I wear black pants for work.
Oh, yeah.
I notice how dry I am when I pull my pants down. I know
Yeah.
that's gross, but
No,
anyways.
like on your thighs and stuff, just from
Yeah.
it rubbing. Yep.
Yeah.
And then you're working in the cooler.
Yes.
Mine was always like doing a reset at the cooler and then going outside in the cold, getting to my car, and I'm like,
Yes.
wow, my thighs are really
Yes.
dry.
And they're like, they get tight.
Yep.
Yeah.
They do. You gotta
Yeah.
lube up.
Lube it up. Put some lotion on it.
Put some lotion. All right.
Okay,
So
back to our diet
1974 was carrot cake. So this is actually just food fads.
Okay.
Not diet yet.
Okay.
So we're going to talk about
okay.
that next.
Okay. Food fads.
The carrot cake diet would absolutely be one
I
of
could
my
live
favorites.
on that diet. Absolutely. I told you when you told me we were going to talk about this, I go, I know nothing about diets clearly, so I'm going to let you lead this one.
I was thinking about that. I don't really go on diets. I
No.
did when I was younger.
You have lifestyles.
Yeah, lifestyles. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Like when I was younger though, I felt like I was always the fat friend, so I did all the pills,
Really?
like Hydroxycut,
Oh
Ripped,
my God,
Fuel.
yeah.
My heart would be racing out of my chest. I'm
That's
pretty sure I
terrible.
killed my own thyroid.
Yeah.
taking all that stuff. So don't
Shit.
do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Just eat the right foods in moderation.
Everything in moderation.
That's right.
I know
So,
nothing about that.
1975, which I didn't realize they were this far back, was salad bars.
I love a good salad bar.
I love a good salad bar. I did not know, though, that they started in grocery
Yeah.
stores that long ago. That would have been like 40-something years ago.
Right.
So, yeah, I thought that was very interesting.
I feel like I can go to a salad bar, which it should be a healthy
Yeah.
lunch, and make it the most calories ever.
Oh, yeah, all the ranch dressing.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I said grocery stores. Actually, they started in restaurants.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember Ponderosa?
I'm used to them in grocery stores now. I do remember Ponderosa. Yeah.
You would order your steak at the beginning of the line, and then they'd be like, go ahead and grab a plate for the salad bar.
Yeah, yeah. Are they around anymore?
I don't think so. There might be a few out there.
What's the one that's around here? Is it Golden Corral?
Golden Corral.
But that's like a buffet. That's
Yeah.
not just a salad bar.
Yeah.
That's everything
we
you
used
can
to go
eat,
to
right?
Old Country Buffet, and we called it Fat Bastards Club.
Oh. In 1976, Chicken Kiev
I love chicken
was a
Kiev.
fad. Yeah. It's
I
considered
love
a
it.
fun retro throwback.
And don't get me wrong,
And yet I feel like it's very popular still.
I don't make my own chicken Kiev. I just buy those frozen ones.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite brand or
just the Kiev?
Oh.
So chicken Kiev is the garlic butter herb
Yeah.
in the middle.
Yep.
Or you have cordon bleu,
Oh, sure.
right? Or you have like a broccoli cheese.
What's the blue part? Cordon
Cheese.
bleu. Cheese.
Blue cheese.
Blue cheese.
Blue
Okay.
cheese. Which I don't
Makes
even think
sense.
it's blue cheese. I think it's like ham and Swiss cheese in the cordon
Yeah, I
bleu,
feel like that's
right?
what it would be. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not sure though.
Yeah.
I haven't had them in years. I can't even remember. So and it's popular for those that are on a quick schedule. Like they
Yeah.
have to do it quick.
Yeah.
Although I feel like when my mom cooked them years ago, they were still in the oven for like an hour.
They are.
But here it says 5 minutes. But I think we probably bought them frozen.
Yeah. Well, they are sold frozen, but it's raw chicken. You do have
So
to
you
cook
have
it.
to cook it all the way through.
But we have those ingenious inventions now called the
Oh,
air
yeah.
fryers.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
which
yeah.
cut time in like half.
Yeah.
So,
But back then on a day like this where it was just a little bit cool,
Yeah.
putting the oven on and
yeah.
putting a Kiev in there would be nice. So.
Throw the Kiev in there.
Yeah. And I haven't read through this one. I read through like the first maybe 10.
Yeah.
I'm curious if pot pies will be in here, like the mini pot pies.
Or you could call them like my husband does, meat pies.
meat
I
pies.
fucking hate it when he says that. And do you know he eats cottage cheese with his meat pie?
Oh, really?
Sick.
He's weird.
He's so weird. That's got to be in the 80s. I bet it's going to
We're
show
gonna
up
find
in
out.
the 80s.
Yeah. Pasta Primavera, 1977.
I don't know what that is.
It's one of those dishes that have selected vegetables and pasta. So like this picture looks like mozzarella. Mostaccioli.
like,
But it's got, yeah.
I love cheese.
Mostaccioli, zucchini, carrots, peas, a little bit of basil, red pepper. So yeah, that's kind of actually, and there's also green peas on there. I'm trying to think of Julie and I, when we go to a place in Wisconsin, we get pasta primavera.
Yeah.
And it's all vegetables. And she asks
Oh.
without cheese. And that's exactly what it looks like.
Okay.
Yeah. But they do put like shreds of cheese on there. I don't know what it
Yeah.
is because we always.
Parmesan,
Yeah,
probably.
probably. We don't ask
Yeah.
for it. But yeah, so that's what that is. It's actually very good. And you don't feel super heavy after you would like with spaghetti and meatballs. Because you got the vegetables.
Or
Even though
lasagna.
you're making pasta.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
it's not a heavy pasta dish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Buffalo wings, 1978.
My great grandma always made wings for Super Bowl. And she didn't even watch a game. But it was like, great grandma was born in like 1917.
Mm-hmm.
So she grew up through all the fads of
Yeah.
I would say like convenience food,
Yes.
Campbell's soup,
Yes.
stuff like that. And she would always make wings for the Super Bowl. They were delicious.
It says here from mashed.com that much of the 70s was focused on health food, and then people started bringing in chicken wings. Croissants. Their
I'm not
standard
very good at the
shape
world map.
is a reference to Turkey's crescent flag and commemorates the Austrian effort to liberate Vienna from
Oh.
Ottoman invaders. So there's actually a lot to a croissant. Pretty interesting.
Very.
So they were reimagined as fast food breakfast sandwiches and donuts. You can put them, like they put powdered sugar on them.
Have you had a glazed croissant?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
Have I had
God.
a glazed croissant? That's so
They
silly.
are so good.
With chocolate drizzled on
Oh
top.
my God, it's so
Forget it.
good.
And it's usually the day that I'm like, I'm just gonna diet
Just gonna
today.
have
Yeah,
a snack
right.
real quick. Oh, look. Glazed croissants. Perfect.
This seems very similar to Chicken Kiev. In 1980, it was called Chicken Francis.
Francois.
Oh, Francois. Thank you.
Francois. You know what? I learned
Francois.
that. Me and Johnny ordered from a Italian restaurant in town here. And I said, can I get this? I said, I don't know how to say it. It's the skirt steak. And she goes, oh, the blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah. And then I go, and can I get this? Is this? I go, I know I'm going to say it wrong. And she goes, I'll teach you. And she goes, what is it? And I said, is it chicken Francis? She goes, chicken Francois. And I was like, yes, makes sense now that you said it.
So for those that don't know, it's a combo of citrus, butter, and perfectly cooked chicken.
You know what Johnny got is the braciole. That's what he got.
Okay.
And I was like, the Brazzoli?
She taught you.
She taught me.
1981, kiwi. Everybody wanted a kiwi.
Yeah, I feel like kiwis were pretty big when I was growing up.
I don't ever remember having them. I remember having them when I was a little bit older, not growing up, though, older, still living at my mom's house. She would always have them on the counter.
Yeah.
But we don't have them here because Julia's allergic to them. Makes her tongue feel funny.
Good to know.
Yeah.
So did you just bite a kiwi or did you scoop it out?
My mom would always scoop it. She would. My mom is so great at slicing and dicing.
Yeah.
So it would always be like a perfectly shaped kiwi, but with no skin. Did you eat it?
No, we would cut it in half and then scoop it with a spoon.
Oh.
But I've seen people eat the whole thing, and they said it's good for you. And I'm
feel
like
any
it's fuzzy.
skin on anything is good for you. I mean, you probably could even eat a banana skin and nobody would.
Sick.
No,
I don't know about that.
Couldn't do it.
I don't think I could do that.
Viennetta, 1981.
Oh my God, I remember the commercials for this where they're fighting over the last slice.
So describe this one for everyone.
It's like an ice cream cake, basically, Viennetta. And the commercials made it look super fancy. They were all fine dining and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, they would
Designer ice cream.
Yeah, they would fight over the last piece.
It almost looks like it's like ribboned.
Ribbon,
ribbon on top and bottom. And then what's in the middle? It was just icing? And
I think it's just ice cream.
Oh, I
think it's 2 layers of ice cream, and then they put like cocoa on top or something.
Okay.
Is the very bottom layer cake?
It looks like it. It looks like or dipped in chocolate or something.
Something like that. Yeah.
Okay, very good. Yeah, very, very good. So 1983, pasta salad.
So that was 1982. That was my year. That was the year I was born. Yeah.
So yes, that's a good one for you. Okay. 1983 is pasta salad.
Yeah.
I feel like yes, and I feel like we still do that at parties. I love the Italian pasta salad with the cucumbers, tomatoes.
Yes.
This one looks like it's got feta cheese in it. Yeah.
I love pasta salad, and you can basically throw whatever vegetables you have in there. Some meat if you want, like salami or something like that.
Yes.
You don't have to put it in there.
You could really throw a lot in there.
You do little mozzarella balls. You could do shredded cheese.
Pretty much anything.
You could put bacon in it.
When you think of pasta salad, do you think of summer or can it be year round?
I think of summer.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
I don't think we ever eat pasta salad in the winter.
No, same.
No. Yeah.
I know people do though because they sell it in delis.
Right.
You can get pasta. Yeah. I know people for lunch, they will get a sandwich and a pasta. Yeah. It just sometimes they're in the mood for that. Yeah. And even in the winter. Yeah. Let's go to this next one, which I love.
Love them.
Go ahead.
Loaded potato bites.
In 84.
84 is the loaded spuds.
They are still and probably always will be very popular, but this is when it started. This
potato
was the fad.
skins. Potato skins.
With or without bacon?
With.
And what's the green stuff? Parsley?
I'd say green onion.
With or without?
With.
Okay. Very
I want
good.
it all.
You want
sour
it all?
cream, cheese, put it all on there.
Yeah. Have you ever made them before?
Yes.
And so you have to, do you boil or bake the potatoes? Or how do you do it? I've never made them.
So you bake them and then you cut them, slice them in half lengthwise, take out the insides. It's kind of like a twice baked potato, right? So you take out the insides, you leave a little bit, and then you mash the insides up with, me personally, would do like butter, salt, pepper, sour cream, cream cheese, shredded cheese, bacon, whatever you want in there.
You mix it all together?
Yep.
Okay.
And then you put it back in there, and then you top it with like the bacon and cheese.
Okay.
Bake it again, and then sprinkle with green onion when it comes out and sour cream.
So the difference with that loaded and a twice baked is that twice baked just doesn't have all the extra ingredients?
That's what I would say. I mean, you could make them that way, but yeah.
Okay.
They're pretty much the same thing.
Do you remember wine coolers?
I do. What is that, 1985?
Yep, 1985.
I mean,
Where'd they go? Like, everybody just
They're
stopped?
still around.
Okay.
Okay, but they made seltzers.
So this is a picture of Seagram's.
Yeah,
and
they made
remember
seltzers
that.
instead.
Mm-hmm.
And do you remember Zima?
Yeah,
Zima was like the first
Zima.
seltzer.
What was the other bottle that was like Seagram's, but it wasn't
Bartles and James.
It was Bartles and James was the pointy bottle of wine
I
coolers.
don't know what
Who
that
made
is.
that one?
Pointy bottle.
Yeah, it was like so the Seagram's one that we're looking at right now, it looks like it has shoulders. The bottle looks like it has shoulders, like a beer bottle.
Okay.
But the ones that we used to drink, we called them wine coolers. They were just smooth all the way up like a triangle.
It is. It's Bartles and James.
Yes, that's it. That's it. Blue
they had
Hawaiian.
the blue Hawaiian and the fuzzy navel.
Those are the ones that we did.
Yeah.
I wonder if they were just cheaper than Seagram's.
Remember
or something.
Boone's Farm too?
Let me see the picture.
Boone's Farm. It was like the cheap wine.
Oh, the cheap wine. Strawberry daiquiri wine.
Yeah.
Real bright colors with so many artificial
pomegranate
colors.
raspberry, Bartles and James also.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see, because they used to make like beer bottles like that too. Like I feel like Coors came in.
Like more of like the smooth bottle, not with the shoulders.
Not with the shoulder. Yeah.
Oh, so probably one of my favorite. 1986 was microwave popcorn. That's when it all began.
Yeah. That was again, going back to great grandma. She always said, eat a big lunch and then have some popcorn for dinner.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that could be like a diet fad.
Yes, absolutely.
When I was maybe a senior in high school, I would eat popcorn and drink coffee all day whenever I was hungry.
Really?
Have a cup of coffee, make some popcorn.
Really?
It was terrible. Don't do that.
That is terrible.
I wasn't thin. Whatever I was doing was wrong.
Did you put cream and sugar in your coffee?
I didn't back
No?
then. I do
You
now.
drank it black?
Yeah.
Sick.
Yep. 1987 chicken fried steak.
Okay.
Is that also country fried steak or is that different?
Well, chicken is chicken and country is beef.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You can tell I don't eat meat. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Snackwells.
Oh,
Snackwells.
yes. They're not around anymore?
I have seen them. I feel like maybe it was in like a Jewel.
Those probably came out how long ago? 20 years ago, maybe? Or
Easily.
even longer? Yeah.
Let me see. What did I call them? Smart what?
Snackwells?
Snackwells. See,
Green box, right? Green
Yeah.
wrappers. They had cookies. They had.
Snackwells, yeah.
Can you still buy them?
After 30 years of providing your favorite snacks, the Snackwells brand has been retired. We encourage you to try a new snacking line created by the Skinny Girl brand. So Snackwells must have bought Skinny Girl.
Interesting.
We appreciate your loyalty and love for the reduced and fat-free snacks that became synonymous with the Snackwells name.
I feel like every time I tried one of those, it gave me gas. Like whatever the alcohol sugars or whatever it was, I would get bloated and just want to blow a big fart.
Mom was warning me about the sugar-free
chocolate.
Yes. And I ate like 3 of them on lunch. I threw a few in my bag, thinking I would eat them throughout the day. No, I ate them all with my lunch. And I was like, I was tooting all over the place.
I feel like that's how it was
lie.
with the Snackwells.
It was terrible. Terrible.
Oh, gosh. Let's find a couple more here back in the day, and then we'll go forward a little bit. 1988 oat bran muffins.
Yeah, I don't know.
Someone created that and was like, let's do rich in fiber. I wonder if that's going to match our diet fad. So what later 80s, let's see if there was like high in fiber diet or something like that. We'll see if that matches.
So I feel like people ate all that, country fried steaks.
Yeah.
And and they were like, we need more fiber.
Yes.
So I saw a TikTok the other day, and it was this older gentleman that said his grandma told him the reason people are sick all the time is because back in her day, when anybody went to the hospital, first thing they did, give you an enema.
Really?
And see if that cured what was bothering you.
No kidding.
Nobody does that anymore.
Yeah. A lot of stomach aches back
And my
then.
grandma confirmed, she had kids in the early 60s. She said, oh, yeah, even when you were pregnant, they were just right up your butt. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Clean out those colons.
Clean it out.
Wow,
See if that's what's bothering you.
1989 Caesar salad.
Caesar salad is like timeless.
And it's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. You could probably go to any restaurant and say, well, do you have Caesar? Yes, we have a
Yeah.
Caesar salad.
Yeah.
Do you want grilled chicken or fried chicken?
Yeah.
Usually is what they ask.
Right.
Yeah. I'm going to fast forward just a little bit. Oh, I like this one, though.
Ooh.
1991 creme brulee.
Creme brulee is so good.
Yes. It's
Have you ever made it?
No.
I haven't either.
For those that have never had, it's creamy, soft custard and deliciously brittle sugar topping.
Yeah. It's the one you take the torch and you over
the trick
top
was
of
to
it.
crack the sugar and get a nice mouthful of pudding plus shards of the top.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go with this one.
Okay.
1992.
I can't believe that early.
Veggie burgers.
I can't believe it was that early that they
But then
came
look
out.
at they're topping it with like a lot of cheese and who knows what's in the bun.
It was
but
vegetarian.
that's
It wasn't
beautiful.
vegan.
Yes.
Yeah.
A humble London restaurant called Seed, S-E-E-D in all caps, catering to famous folks like Yoko Ono and John Lennon, started this.
It looks like a falafel burger.
Veggie burgers hit the mainstream in the early parts of the 1990s, with the Garden Burger debuting in 1992 and Boca Burger Company coming into existence in 1993.
See, we never ate any of that stuff, so I feel like I just never would have seen it at the store.
Well, and it sounds like it came from across the pond.
Yeah,
So it was in London for a long time before it came over here. So, yeah. Interesting. Sushi. 1993.
I love
Still
sushi.
very, very good.
I don't like sashimi, but I like sushi. There you
Look
go.
at-
I
look
knew
at-
it.
Look at
I knew
1994
it.
low-fat
foods.
Snackwells. Those right there, the Devil's Food cookie cakes, all the gas in the world right there. Ridiculous. And I would eat a whole sleeve. They would come in like, it would be two wells, right?
Yeah.
I would just be like, man, these are so good. And you know what? Because they're fat-free, I can have 14 of them.
They're fat-free.
Delicious. My mom always bought them. We got sun-dried tomatoes, baked brie, still very popular.
Love baked
Crabbed
brie.
cakes.
Love those.
There are so many. Bagels.
Oh, I thought it was donuts.
1998. We know where your mind is. Cosmopolitans in 1999.
Ooh.
Sex in the City. I was going to say, is that when it came out?
I feel like Sex in the City made Cosmos so famous.
Yes, I would almost think so. Oh, there we go. Popularized by Carrie Bradshaw.
Yep.
There it is.
Yep.
We called it. Tuna tartare.
No.
Thanks. 2001, cupcakes in all bunch of different colors.
Yeah.
And it was time to decorate all these cupcakes and show the talent that everyone had. And once
People are
again,
like, I can decorate big cakes. I'm going to do it on little cakes.
and it says, once again, giving credit to Carrie Bradshaw and Sex in the City in 2001. Yeah, interesting.
What did she have to do with cupcakes? I guess I got to rewatch Sex in the City.
I guess so, from 2001. Macaroni and cheese.
Love it.
Low carb foods in 2003.
Yeah.
So, and they're just saying that as like not a specific, just all the low carb diets were in 2003.
After we stuffed ourselves with Snackwell's Devil's Food, we decided we needed to do less low fat and more low sugar.
One more here. This is not a late article, but 2005 was frozen yogurt.
Froyo.
Yeah. That was probably one of the first ones, right?
I feel like Disney Channel probably made that popular.
Yeah. Sounds like it. All right. Well, now that we're hungry and we want to try all these, let's talk about the diets some of us may start in January. I figured we'd be a little bit early on this.
Yeah.
But we always talk about food, so let's talk about diets.
Okay.
So this one is from businessinsider.com. They're going to go by year as well.
Oh, God.
Yeah, go ahead.
Weight Watchers.
1963.
That is a long time.
It is a long time. So it was actually so popular then that restaurants included the point values on their menus.
I remember
So
that.
I also remember that because I think my mom might have done Weight Watchers for a year or two.
I know a lot of people that
I don't
did
know
it.
that she went to the meetings and stuff, but
No.
I feel like maybe she followed the plan. In 1971 was the grapefruit,
grapefruit
diet.
diet.
Eat a grapefruit with
Yes.
every meal.
Yes.
And do you know that they still mention that?
Yes.
Eat a grapefruit. It's got a cleansing.
There's like before surgery, before you have surgery, there's a diet you can do to kind of cleanse yourself.
As long as you're not on blood pressure medicine because it can cause holes in your stomach. Steve cannot have them.
Okay.
Yeah. But
all right. Good to know.
Yep. 1971, the grapefruit diet. I feel like people still do that. I feel like people still eat it at every meal.
So we talk about diets being lifestyle, right? Like, don't call it a diet, call it a lifestyle change. Those are the people.
Yes.
The ones who still eat a half a grapefruit for breakfast with no sugar sprinkled on it. They made it a lifestyle.
The thought was that the grapefruit contained a special enzyme that burns fat fast.
Okay.
Yeah.
I believe it because it makes you not want to eat anything.
So it says that grapefruits have no special properties when it comes to weight loss. So it's just, I don't know, maybe it just fills you, or maybe it's just the
something
acidity burning a hole through your intestines. But in this year, the fad was the cookie diet.
And what is the cookie diet?
And that makes so much sense. I'm actually going to refresh this because there's
no picture on it.
It's there. There it is.
Oh, and it shows like oatmeal raisins.
So yeah, and it's not one of my favorites. It says losing weight while eating cookies sounds like a dream. So it required people to snack on low-calorie cookies throughout the day so that you weren't overindulging in other things. So I'm assuming that you would just have a little cookie feeling like you were having a treat, and then lunch would come up, and then maybe a little half a cookie.
I would just eat the whole sleeve of cookies.
Yeah,
though.
I would whatever I baked, I would eat. So, yeah.
I'd be baking every 3 days. They'd be gone.
This one says,
oh Lord.
Yeah, so Slim Fast came out in the 70s. Yes.
I don't know what Slim Fast did to you. It just fill you up.
You know, and I feel like back then in the 70s, it was supposed to be a meal replacement program, but it had so much sugar in it.
Yeah.
That like the one time I tried it, my sugar dropped within an hour, and I was like, I'm dying on Slim Fast. This is it. I don't know how people did it.
I mean, it's not even like fiber in there that's filling you. It's just.
And can we say it was based on 1,200 calories a day?
Oh my God.
That's nothing.
No.
That's no working out, or you did.
Yeah.
And, so yeah, it's very interesting. And they wanted you to eat 100 calorie snacks in between these shakes.
What year is that?
1977.
I was going to say, because like between 75 and like 90 was like super workout. Right?
Yeah. That's where all the fun videos come from with the workout and the.
Yes. The
leotards. Kick him in the crotch. Kick him in the crotch. That lady, right?
What is her
name?
Kick
Satan in the crotch.
Pauline Pumpkin or something like that.
I feel like her outfits were exactly Jane Fonda.
Yes.
Right? All of
Thigh
those.
Master.
Yep. All of those.
Richard Simmons.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was another one.
Yeah.
So yes. So funny. So this one was interesting. I didn't know about this one. 1978 was the Scarsdale diet. And basically it was protein consumption and it banned all snacking.
It's keto.
So I feel like it turned into keto and it turned into the Atkins diet and what else was around. There was something else in between that I'm sure.
Maybe the Mediterranean.
Something like that. Full protein, and it was another rapid weight loss because you weren't eating any carbs and you weren't snacking.
Yeah.
But it's not sustainable long term because you need a little bit of carbs, right, for energy.
Right.
This is something that I was reading this out to my family, and Steve started laughing because he actually still does this.
Yes.
When he really just wants to like fill up on something, but he's trying to watch his weight.
Yeah.
And this is from 1980, the cabbage soup diet. He still does that. So I feel like that was his time.
I've seen it on TikTok recently.
Yeah. That people are doing it again. Well, and we know that this all comes back around. Slim Fast is still around.
Right.
Probably a multi-billion-dollar company. Weight Watchers is definitely still around.
Yes.
So, and the name says it all. That's all you do is for 7 days.
You eat cabbage soup.
You eat cabbage soup.
I think he's
done that sometimes.
You can put as many vegetables in it as you want, right? Or is it restricted?
I believe
vegetables?
he adds everything but carrots because carrots
are sugar.
Carrots are sugar. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. So I'd be curious if our listeners have done that because it is very popular.
It is
in this house. 1985 is Jenny Craig.
Oh, Jenny Craig.
Yep. And Valerie Bertinelli has made that famous.
Yes.
Yep. It launched in Australia.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. That was very interesting. Queen Latifah and Mariah Carey.
Yes.
Also do Jenny Craig.
There's been a lot of
I think I remember the Mariah Carey commercials, honestly.
Oh, I remember all of them.
Yeah. I don't remember the other. I mean, I kind of remember Valerie, but I don't remember Queen.
Didn't Valerie go over from Jenny Craig then now to Nutrisystem? Nutrisystem.
I thought that was an Osmond.
Oh, you're right.
They look similar, though. That's Osmond, right?
Wait, who is that?
Valerie Bertinelli.
You're right. Yeah. You're right.
She still is the spokesperson for Nutrisystem.
Look at me. I lost 50 pounds.
Yeah.
I've read the reviews.
She's been losing the same 50 pounds for like 20 years.
She's kept it off.
Oh, right.
By following the system.
This is true.
But I've read reviews on that, and people say the food is absolutely awful, and it's full of sodium. So much.
So it's probably
sodium.
packed.
Yeah.
I feel like my mom might have tried that as well, or something similar to that.
I couldn't
remember
imagine.
They came in little pouches.
Yes.
And you would open the pouch and pour it in a bowl, and it just always looked like soup, chili, whatever. But
you know
once
what
again,
that reminds me of?
Once again, I think I remember eating something from her, and it gave me gas. What is that in all these
You know
foods?
what it reminds me of is like the military meals, the MREs.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And like the silver pouches.
Like, yeah, of course you're going to lose weight because you're fucking starving. It's probably only, like you said, 1,200 calories a day.
And farting out all your gas, or farting out all your fat. If there was a fart diet, I'd be in. 1988.
My husband would join you on that.
So Oprah Winfrey made this very popular in 1988 called the liquid diet.
I drink a liquid diet every Friday and Saturday.
Yeah. It's from OptiFast. So that
is it like Slim Fast?
Yeah, the liquid diet prevents participating from eating food. You consume liquids and a very low amount of that. Though participants lose weight quickly, they aren't really able to keep it off because, then you go to dinner with friends, you're eating food, your body goes, I'm going to starve tomorrow. I better hold on to this food that you just fed me.
Yeah.
But she made it very popular when she stepped on stage wearing a pair of size 10 jeans, pulling a wagon of 67 pounds of fat. And that was it. Everybody wanted to try it. So.
Oprah, I mean, I always thought Oprah looked good, even when she was, I'm doing air quotes, fat.
Right.
I think she always looks good.
Looks good. Yeah, I agree. In 1991, it was the low-fat foods.
Yes. So that's the snack wells again.
Yeah, and it says less fat isn't always better.
Because less fat usually means high sugar.
Yeah. So it's showing 25% less fat, reduced fat, Skippy peanut butter here.
Yeah.
I feel like I remember seeing that. So, and people still believe that low fat is the way to go.
Right. And they don't understand they replace the fat with sugar.
Yeah, right.
So
right,
it's
right,
not
right.
any better for you.
Sugar acts as a appetite stimulant. It makes you want to eat more.
So we were talking about gut biome the other day, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you got these little creatures that live in your stomach, and when you feed them sugar and they're hungry for more sugar, they make you feel hungry even when you're really not, because they want you to just keep feeding them sugar.
Yeah, that's absolutely me. My diet is sugar. I will eat sugar all day long.
As my mother says,
I'll grab a Rolo.
Sugar is the devil.
I know. I need to stop, but I don't. I know I'm doing it wrong.
It's so hard.
It is.
So hard.
It's like stopping cocaine. I can't even do it.
It really is. They have
it's
shown
addiction. Coffee, sugar.
Sugar affects
drugs.
your brain the same way.
Yeah,
that
it's
drugs
very
do.
similar, right?
Yeah.
Like I go a day without sugar and I feel off. Like that's how much sugar I eat every day. Like I would have to go a few days to really get it out of my system.
You got to get past the withdrawal.
Yeah. I'm not gonna do it though. Not right now at this moment.
No.
Probably not next
After
year either.
the holidays.
I knew you were
We'll
gonna
wait till after the. That's what I say every dang year. After the holidays, then I'll really get serious about it.
You know, after the holidays, like in February, we're gonna be doing this for 2 years already.
That is so crazy.
What?
We're getting glazed croissants for 2 years. Absolutely.
So in 1995, Jennifer Aniston made the Zone diet popular. It sounds like maybe it's something that she still does.
What is it?
It reduces the risk of developing chronic illnesses like osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, heart disease. It's called the 40-30-30 principle. Every day you eat 40% carbs, 30% protein, and 30% fat. That's probably a way of life I could do, depending on what it looks like on the menu.
What are the carbs? It's probably only healthy.
It doesn't share.
I'm sure Skittles are not on the list of carbs.
Yeah.
Or peanut M&Ms.
Definitely, probably not. And can I also mention that in most of these, when they're talking about it, they also say that exercise needs to be done along with all this stuff.
Right.
Boring, but whatever.
Who wants to run on the treadmill besides Meredith?
I ran outside today. 1986 was the blood type diet. I have a feeling this didn't last very long. A doctor theorized that eating for your blood type would allow you to digest food with greater efficiency, lose weight, and enhance your overall health. But
so
several studies have debunked that.
You have your own diet plan.
Yeah.
If you're A negative, you got your own.
You know, I feel like, so this is what, from 1996, I feel like something just came out like a few years ago. I remember reading about it or seeing, like, you know how they constantly have it in your face on social media. I feel like there was something where, you know, just a quick prick of your finger, and it'll tell me what I can. I feel like that just came around again. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah, it's probably coming around.
So it came around again because it always does. In 2000, I remember
here
this.
We go.
I remember this clear as day. The Subway diet.
Jared.
Yep. Jared made it popular. He lost 245 pounds in the first 11 months on the Subway diet.
And then he started molesting kids.
Now he's in jail. Never going to Subway again. Just kidding. Not their fault.
Never.
Remember that, though? He was the spokesperson?
Yes.
Wow.
Every spokesperson turns out to be bad.
Valerie Bertinelli's nice. Oprah Winfrey's good. Queen Latifah's good.
Yeah. It's your opinion. I respect your opinion. I'm sure I can dig up dirt about every single one of them.
That's great. 2003 was the Atkins diet.
Atkins.
So that was the one before. That was the whatever diet. That was all protein.
Yes.
Then it was the Atkins diet, and then it was keto, right?
Yes.
So it's something just kind of evolving again.
They rename it.
They rename it.
They rename it.
Do you remember this one, the South Beach diet?
South Beach diet, which I think is similar to the Mediterranean diet.
Yes, it's high protein, low carb.
Yeah.
It was created by a cardiologist.
So it's like keto too.
Yeah.
You know.
And don't forget, you can find all this at businessinsider.com.
If you want to go follow one.
Yeah. So the South Beach diet encourages consumption processed vegetable oils, which actually can pose as a health risk. You don't want a lot of oil. So
we got to remember.
Go ahead.
This is 2005, right?
Three.
Mm-hmm. We've learned a lot since then.
Yeah, true.
Always
true.
evolving. Well, that's not necessarily true that we don't produce oil because our bodies naturally produce cholesterol.
Well, like I don't produce olive oil.
Correct.
Vegetable oil. Yeah.
That's one of the things about keto is going back to whole oil.
Oh, okay.
Where you use real butter and they call it tallow.
Oh.
So it's like you take all your trimmings from your beef fat, you melt it down, and you strain it a couple times, and so then it's pure beef fat.
And then you use that for cooking?
You use that for cooking.
Okay.
So there, I feel like keto is kind of going back to almost like Neanderthal diet.
Yeah.
Neanderthal is like only meat.
Yeah.
Maybe some fruits and berries.
Nuts, berries,
yeah.
and meat.
Yeah.
Protein.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, very interesting.
So I don't know. In another 20 years, they're going to tell us it's bad for us.
Right. It always is.
Who knows?
It's like every 10 years, right? It just does that. Nope, don't do that one.
Yep.
So like, for example, this one, 2006, is the Master Cleanse. And there's a picture of Beyonce.
Lord.
So it's otherwise known as the lemonade diet.
Ew.
You drink a cocktail of fresh squeezed lemon juice.
Ew.
I always say Kanye pepper.
Kanye pepper.
Maple syrup and water for every meal 10 days straight.
But you drink that before you eat?
Yep.
I feel like drinking just a plain glass of water before you eat could have the same effects. I mean, I feel like there's some populations that believe that cayenne pepper would be good for you as it helps maybe clear you out, whatever.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Health benefits to it. And honey. We know honey's good for us.
Yep. In 2007, it was the raw food diet.
I feel like that's kind of like the diet you're on.
No, I cook a lot. Raw food would be like a raw vegan. They don't cook anything.
Anything?
No.
But you eat a lot of salad.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
You're half and half.
Yeah. I think that's something that just people choose to do.
Yeah.
Raw food. Although there's a picture of like sushi on here. I don't do that.
I can't do that.
Oh, no, I guess that is all just salad, but still.
What is that? Was that dragon fruit?
Yeah, it was dragon fruit.
Oh,
And
okay.
beets. Looks like beets and beans.
Well, see, I thought that tomato was a piece of salmon.
Yeah,
And
it
I
kind of looks
agree.
like it, so it's a little deceiving, but it's all raw food.
The dragon fruit looked like meat.
2008.
There you go.
Yeah, 2008 was Nutrisystem.
Nutrisystem.
Yep. I feel like maybe that's what my mom was on, and that was the packaging. But this looks pretty good. I mean, there's like 5 breakfast muffins and then lunch varieties that look like maybe shrimp or onion rings. Onion rings, probably.
It's calamari.
Soup and some cake and stuff.
Yeah.
So it was actually founded in 1970, but it was like revived in 2008.
Yeah.
So, and similar to Jenny Craig, it's a customized weight loss program.
Yeah.
Where you receive
a lot of
various
people,
meals and
when I
stuff.
was reading reviews about that too, they said it was really hard to get off of it. Like, cancel your membership.
Oh, really?
Like you have to sign up for like auto delivery and auto,
Sure.
and it was really hard to get it canceled.
And once again, maybe not here, but by the time you like dialed into your computer and tried to get to the website and find out where like, right?
It's the AOL loading up. Oh, that's so funny.
You're better off just calling them, but now you can't call anybody anymore.
Do you remember you would have your cell phone sitting by the radio and your cell phone was going to ring and it would go
before
in the radio and then it would start ringing?
It would start ringing, yes.
Remember? You'd get like a little warning.
Little interference.
Yeah. So funny.
Do you remember the Special K diet in 2009?
The Special K diet is still here.
Is it still here?
I think so. I mean, it's still a big seller.
You replace breakfast and lunch with Special K cereal and bars. Or bars, I should say. You don't have all of it.
Full of sugar.
Is it full of sugar?
I would say so. Yes.
Well, definitely. Well, it has red berries here, but they're dried red berries, so I'm sure. Oh,
Carb
carbs.
City.
Carb City.
Carb City.
And then this one is the apple cider vinegar diet from 2010. I feel like it's still very popular.
Yes.
If you go to the Jewel right down here, they have like a 4-foot shelf of all the different flavors now. They have apple cider vinegar with honey or with pepper. I think there's one that's kind of spicy, and there's a whole bunch of different ones depending on. And people just drink it.
They drink it.
It burns your esophagus.
Sick.
Yeah.
Sick.
I think people still do that, though. Supposedly, it's supposed to speed up your metabolism.
Ew, the baby food diet.
I have never heard of this.
You didn't?
When I was doing research, I was like, 2010, the baby food diet.
I remember that.
But you know what? I didn't have babiys in 2010, so maybe that's why.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
People were
remember
just
that.
eating baby food.
It says it's conveniently portioned, so it's an ideal snack for adults.
You're an adult, and that is an 8-pound baby.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
It lacks fiber, fat, and protein.
Yeah.
It's for a baby.
It's not enough for you as a full-grown adult.
Yeah.
What was that one where she was eating a cheeseburger?
So this one's called the Duke diet. So this one's more of emphasizing listening to your hunger cues, finding your motivation, and not beating yourself up if you indulge.
See, that's when you have to already be past your
any fad that you want to do.
Well, you're past your withdrawal of sugar.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Right.
Because if you're listening to your body's going to tell you, give me peanut M&Ms.
Right.
Yeah.
So this would almost be like something, this Duke diet you would do after every fad.
Yeah.
Because then it's all about the mind.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I would never.
I don't
have a strong mind when it comes to that. 2012 was juicing.
Juicing, of course.
I mean, I think everybody knows what that is. I don't think we have to explain it. So, what goes in comes out.
Right.
So if you're juicing all day long,
right,
that's what's coming out.
Right.
Yeah, that's all I think about.
Someone was just talking about how cleanses are a scam because it just dehydrates you. Like your body.
Yeah.
Your body knows how to cleanse itself, right?
Yeah.
It shits every day.
Yeah.
Hopefully. If you're lucky. But yeah, your body is a self-cleanser. You don't have to cleanse. It just dehydrates you.
Yeah, I agree. The paleo diet from 2014, mainly fruits, vegetables, meats, seafood, and nuts.
See, and now they're saying seafood is really bad for you.
I feel like that is, to me, that's a perfect diet.
You like that one?
Eat your fruits, eat your vegetables, eat your meats at night, have some seafood, and have some nuts. Yeah. I don't think it can get any easier than that. If it's not one of those 5 main groups.
What about bread?
Don't eat it.
What about glazed croissants?
That's in the second paragraph of this that says, yes, you can still have them. No, you can't.
All in moderation.
All in moderation. I don't know really what this is, but it's called Whole30.
Oh, I think I've heard of Whole30.
It advocates clean eating.
Yeah.
So it's still like on the back of our bubblies now, our cans, I noticed that it says a Whole30 item.
Yeah.
This is from 2015. It made its first appearance in 2009, and now they revamped it again, and now it's
is it sugar, carb, low carb, low
yeah,
sugar?
It's like eliminating the foods that would increase your hunger and craving. So yeah, no sugar.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe that's kind of like a so no sugars, no alcohol, no grains, legumes, dairy, or additives.
Okay, dairy. Yeah, dairy's not good for us either.
Yeah.
Probably, I'm guessing.
I don't know what this is. The Goop Detox Diet.
I don't know what that is.
Gwyneth Paltrow had a trend and capitalized on it. It is a makeup of resetting the palate and giving your gut a break. But the cleanse consisted of teas and smoothies.
How do you survive off of teas and smoothies?
I don't know.
You have to have food.
And I guess then later on you incorporate salmon, chicken, and almond butter.
Oh.
See, I think that's why diets, I would never do them. They just sound boring.
Yeah.
Like if I want to eat it, I'm going to eat it.
Yeah.
All in moderation.
Yeah.
I want a piece of cake after dinner. It'll be a small slice.
Right.
But I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have a perfect body, so don't listen to what I'm saying. But
you pretty much do.
No, I don't. But I want to live my life.
Right.
You know what I mean?
We're all going to end up in the same place eventually.
Yeah.
You're just really what you put in your body decides if you're going to get there faster than others.
Yeah. Right now, what do you think the worst thing is that you put in your body right now?
Sugar.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
That's
like I
the
like
worst
to have a
thing.
couple cocktails.
Right.
I like to eat what I want.
Right.
It's definitely sugar. If I could quit sugar, I feel good, but I feel like I could feel even better if I quit sugar.
Oh yeah.
Different than quitting carbs though. I mean I'm talking like the cheesecakes and
I consider
the treats that I
sugar
have.
and carbs the same thing basically.
Yeah, and I do as well, but I think if I just even cut out like the Rolos and the butterscotches and the fruit
Candy
snacks and the applesauce and
the 5-pound bag of candy corn
30-pound bag of candy corn you bought me.
And I say if we all lived like we had diabetes, there wouldn't be, type 2. There wouldn't be type 2 diabetes. You can't help it if you have type 1 and you're born with diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
But if we all lived like we were diabetic, there would not be type 2 diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
So
now I'm going to just ask you here. I don't know if you'll have an answer, but for the fad for 2022 for food, what do you think it is?
Probably juicing again. I'm going to go with juicing.
You think people are juicing again?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then what do you think the biggest diet fad is right now?
Low carb.
Low carb keto.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree.
I think it's going to go to juicing again. And like supplements. Definitely
really.
Supplements.
They're going to come
New
around
Year's,
again.
I've noticed a trend working in the grocery stores for 12 years is every January, the supplements and vitamins are like packed out.
Yep.
Yeah.
All the shippers. You'll see all the shippers. You'll have what do they call them? The islands.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just filled with them.
Yes.
I can't think of what the diet fad would be right now. Well, I guess I feel like it would be keto.
Yeah.
But I also feel like there's a lot of like fitness as well right now. It's the bigger muscles and the cleaner eating and maybe.
I think the pandemic had a lot to do with that. A lot of people were stuck at home. They couldn't go to the gym.
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't really like want to go outside even. So a lot of people bought like Pelotons and treadmills and stuff like that. Try to keep up with.
So I think moving is a
physique.
Trend right now, I guess. Yeah.
Well, they say sitting is the new cancer, right?
Yeah, don't sit.
If you sit a lot during the day, try to walk as much as you can after work or whatever's making you sit, you know?
Mm-hmm. Your makeup looks good today.
Thanks. It's Color Pop.
So, and you put the line on top too, huh? You have like a little
that?
wing. My goodness, you are fancy to record tonight.
I mean.
And you put that on this morning?
Yeah.
It looks like you put it on before you came here tonight.
Dude, I am freaking telling you, I was completely happy with my cheap-ass Revlon and cheap-ass Maybelline, which isn't that cheap.
No.
But this blows it out of the water. Blows it out of the water.
All right, everybody go have lots of food.
Yes.
Because diets come in January.
Yes. Take your vitamins, cut out the sugar, cut out the carbs. But who really cares?
And thanks for listening.
Love you guys.
Hey,
what?
Go to patreon.com.
Please.
Send us $10 a month. We'll send you a prize.
Yes.
We'll send you a nice little present.
We'll send you a real cute picture of me with my new puppy. All right, maybe not that. Not everybody wants to see that.
All right. Have a good weekend, whatever it is for you.
Whatever it is.
We'll talk to you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Diets. Diets.
Where's the cake?
Give me a drink.
This podcast is brought to you by NameTag Productions, LLC. Entire podcast, unless otherwise stated, written by the hosts. Keyboards, written and performed by my daughter, Julia. The Clopen Effect, a retail podcast. If we have to be all in this together, we might as well make it fun.